Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sofulu Charity. If you're here for the first time, thank you very much for stopping by. I really appreciate. Thank you for checking in. If you're here for the second time, I'm really sorry for keeping you waiting. Thank you very much for not giving up on me. I love you so much. Subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button below, please. That's all you can actually do for me right now. And don't forget to click on notification icon so you'll be the first to know anytime I post a video on YouTube. And please, I want to know what you're thinking about. I want to know your thoughts, so please feel free to write me on the comment section below any recommendation, any ideas of what to do next on this channel. And please share my video with your friends, your family, your loved. So guys, this show on YouTube has been the hottest trend on YouTube right now. If you have a phone, you must have come across a clip somewhere on Instagram, Twitter, or anywhere people are talking about right now. So I decided to jump into it and make a review video on it. People had gone ahead, debate on the fact that the show is staged, like those people are not even real couple. I am not sure. There is nothing I've verified, because trust me, everything that they talked about on that show, whether staged or not staged, is a reality. This is like the thing all see every day in relationships.
Oh God, time. Myself and my boyfriend have been going through a lot lately. This is the last leg for us. We're really hanging in our relationship. I've seen an opportunity for a social experiment, and I think that it's best we both come here and get some help.
I've been with my partner for 3 years now. Just like everyone else, we've had our ups and downs, things happen. But coming to therapy with a camera for some social experiment, it's a red flag, to be fair. And now, she knows my perspective on this. I'd prefer we go to a church and we sit down with a pastor in a corner. But, us getting to this extent where we're actually here for a social experiment, it doesn't make sense. I think it's going to go south. I'm 90% sure, but at the end of the day, I'll just say, look, I told you so.
The social experiment, these guys decided to give their relationship one more try to see if it's going to work. Chioma was very open-minded about it. She really wants this relationship to work, in as much as she's giving it the last chance. But you could see from her statement that she really wants this to work, right? Then Paul, on the other hand, is I'm 90% sure that this is going to go all south. So for me, that's a red flag from the beginning.
Paul, for example, has a lot of friends. He has affluent friends. He feels like he has to fit in, which he might fit in as friendship, but when it comes to finances, he doesn't necessarily fit in. So if we're looking at percentage wise, and when they go out and what they spend, they can afford it. We can't. But Paul will do it anyway, and then he'll spend the next week or two chasing the bag he's blown, which now leaves me in a deficit of love. So there's neglect going on in our house.
Chioma is saying this guy neglects her. He goes out to do the unnecessary stuff. What is the unnecessary? He goes out there with his friends that are very rich to blow up cash, blow up money that he doesn't really have. He doesn't really have in very large quantity, and then he comes back at home to work and leave her suffering lack of attention from her man. Not necessarily because he's doing a very tedious job that doesn't give him the opportunity to take care of her. Rather, he is out there spending what he doesn't have, and now he is coming back to fill in the blank spaces. I want you guys to hear from Paul, because I've seen this video the first time, and the first time I saw it, I was like,
I actually think she's right. But let me break it down for you. I'm happy and I'm humble enough to be the brokest man in a room full of millionaires. Do you know why?
Okay.
Do you know who would have the most to benefit in that type of situation?
You would.
So that's practically how I've been able to exponentially grow my income, basically.
He's taken the whole fake it till you make it to another extent, because at the end of the day, I'm not naive to know that you are treated how you're perceived. However, be yourself. With the whole spending above your means, should I say, yes, we can afford it.
Paul has affluent friends. He has very set of elite friends. But then I don't understand why you be living above your means. You can't comfortably afford these things on your own because you don't really have the money the way your friends have the money. The problem is not that you are faking it till you make it. The problem is that you're taking it too far. What is causing the neglect in their household is something that this guy can easily avoid.
Let me give you an example, right? So literally, I have access to a good number of private members clubs. This is through the clients of mine. I train high net worth individuals, celebrities, you name it. Now, with these membership clubs, obviously it's not everyone that's, invited. And I feel like that kind of affects Chioma. Whereas before, if we were going to like a normal type of, average, maybe not average Joe, but, the usual, then I'll kind of be, oh, babe, come along. But when I'm actually, grafting and chasing the bag, as she said, I don't really feel like she needs to be present, and she actually doesn't have an invite anyway, so...
Okay, that's not what I'm not upset that I'm unable to come to the events that you go to.
This is not even the issue, guys. This is not even about you not inviting me to a function or an event that I wasn't invited in. Like, this is not even the issue for Chioma. Chioma is not here talking about how this guy is not flaunting her. No, that is not her problem. She's not here talking about you going out to pop the bottles alone. She's here talking about you spending the money that you don't have and leaving her to pay for it because you're trying to chase the bag to, fill in the money that you've spent alone.
He places too much emphasis on how they look at him. So you're out here doing the most, buying so many bottles, paying 10K for tables, and it doesn't make sense. And I'm at home being neglected. When he comes home, he goes back to work. So my point is, you're putting too much emphasis on the way they see you. Why is that? You're trying to, you're...
I'm at home being neglected. Like, that's the underlying word. You are there popping bottles. I'm at home being neglected. So when you are done popping your bottles, which I don't really care, and you're back home to me, you are there trying to chase the bag again to, make up for the loss. And I'm the one that is going to sit down again and watch you do all that.
Can I just ask, what's the last loving thing you did for
Denise?
Yeah, Denise.
Look, we're not going to play the whole turn each other against each other. When's the last time you bought flowers? Look, forget about all of that. Let's get down to...
The therapist is not trying to turn you guys against each other. She's just trying to make you guys see the problems that you guys have. I know that being a mediator is more like, trying to make people see their faults, then try to reconcile them. But this guy is trying to make it seem as if this lady is trying to pin them against each other. That is not what she's trying to do. If actually he is doing the right thing, then he should answer the question. I mean, Paul is an egomaniac, right? No matter the kind of person you are, I think at some points in the relationship you have to mellow for your partner, especially in a situation like this where we are trying to see if there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
You've been called, or employed rather, to basically help us in our relationship to get better, right? Okay. So how do you think you're doing so far?
Okay, first, don't be rude.
It's a genuine question.
That's uncalled for.
It's a genuine question. What's your success rate in terms of couples that have been to your therapy sessions and have gone on to get married?
She is a therapist, for crying out loud. You don't go ahead asking her questions about, you are not there to inspect her work. You are there to find solutions to your problem. I mean, when he came into the show or the program, he was not even open-minded. In his mind, this thing is going to be 90% flop, it's going to go south and all that. The least you could do is to just give it a try and see, okay, at least we gave it a shot and it didn't work. What was the last thing you did for this girl? And you are there being a stumbling block. Paul, why are you like this?
So Paul, just give me a little bit of your background. What business are you in?
Yes.
Yeah, answer the question, babe.
So what does my business have to do with the relation? Just asking.
I just wondered, whether that was influencing the way that you deal with life. Sorry?
I'm a provider.
What is it that you do? I don't understand.
I don't see how this is going to help our relationship in the long term. This is the problem that I have, right? Look, with this Denise lady, I just feel like she's just asking lots of intrusive questions that doesn't really relate to the situation at hand. She's asking me, what do I do? I make money. That's what I do. It's a silly question. What do you want from me? Do you understand?
I feel like this lady, Denise, is trying to create a premises where she can actually, you know, gather information, make them see what they're supposed to see so that they can actually find a solution. And Paul doesn't think it's appropriate to ask someone what he does for a living. Couples therapy session, guys. Couples therapy session.
Without telling you too much, I literally work with high net worth individuals, influencers, celebrities, you name it. Provide them with basically nutrition as well as fitness. I also run an IT business, which you know, I work with potentially, really influencers, brands, yeah. More of the upscale, basically.
So you're a very busy man.
I am.
Even if there's nothing to do, Paul will tell his friends I've just done some. No, you haven't. Like, chill, relax. Like, you're not busy 24/7. Even the busiest person has time, Paul.
Paul didn't want to say what he does for a living. Guys, Paul didn't want to say what he does for a living. According to him, it was irrelevant to the problem at hand, right? Okay, now Paul decided to say what he does for a living, and Paul decided to say everything on his CV, guys. Like, every single thing on his CV. This is so much for me. Like, he thinks because, like, he's kind of, you know, big guy and all that, so he can be like, first of all, right, I'm very sure that the richest man in the whole world has time for his family. No matter how busy you are, there is always something called priority. Like, if something is priority to you, you find a way. Like, the person that is with you should know that you're trying. To me, Chioma is not insensitive.
And do you do anything together? Any, you know, hobbies that you do together?
Aside from on our laptops in the same room, maybe. When we started dating, we used to like the same music. He was more fun. Now I don't even know who's sitting next to me, to be honest.
And how do you feel?
I think that's BS.
It's BS.
Look, music. I'm a Burna Boy fan. You used to be, but now
I still like Burna Boy.
Wizkid. Like, that doesn't make sense. If you like something,
I just feel that Paul is here to make sure that this doesn't work out. You're in a therapy session and you are trying to make sure that something works, and you're just saying that what your partner said is BS.
Answer the question she asked us. What do we do together aside from work that is meaningful? Is that what you said?
Let me tell you what we do, right? Every 28 days, we have a couples review, right?
Oh,
so how the
hell.
couples review works is we basically, you know, go over our individual and collective plans, goals, targets, and we kind of, you know, make like a checkbox type of situation, and we mark stuff off, help each other out with whatever it is that we need help with, and it's worked basically in our relationship.
It hasn't worked.
I'm so sorry, I'm going to take an excuse from you guys. This is BS. Like, this is the real BS right here. What do you guys do together? And the only thing you could think of, you just proved that Chioma has been right all along. That's what you just proved right now. 28 days, every 28 days. So what happens to the remaining 27 days with you guys? Like, nothing. Absolutely nothing. She's just there waiting for you for the next 28 days to do couples review. On what exactly?
Let's not get confused. I work, okay? Paul does not finance me completely. Does that make sense? Yes, he earns significantly more than I do, but he doesn't finance me, all right? So if you're talking about me becoming a housewife, clearly, because you're talking about finances and me bringing something to the table, what's wrong with being a housewife? Was that the plan we had when we first met?
It's a genuine question.
I don't want to be a housewife. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't want to be a housewife. I have a choice. Does that make sense? If I wanted to be a housewife, I would have become a housewife. That's what you keep pushing for me to do. That's not what I want to do.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with being a housewife. Trust me, like, there is nothing, but I think it should be a choice. You shouldn't, like, impose it on me to be that.
Now, with myself, I'm an earner. Do you understand? I will go out and I will come back and I'm bringing the bacon for real. Do you understand? If that's the case, and I'm able to provide for the both of us and kids in the future, from now, why would she stress herself being out, trying to earn the same thing that I already have? Sit down. Let's figure out something. I would have come home with a check and say, babe, how should we invest this?
This guy thinks he's living in 1960, where you just put women in the house. Even the housewives, they have things going on for themselves. Probably invested somewhere. But then he thinks he has it all figured out in his life to make sure that his woman is just sitting down at home. This is wrong. Like, you don't put down your woman for you to feel strong. Like, you don't do that. But then it's obvious that Paul can only feel good about himself if Chioma is just sitting down at home and just waiting for him to come back with whatever that he has as paycheck. This guy is a proud egomaniac. Like, Paul is arrogant. He is dismissive of a woman's emotions. This is not what a woman of this age is going to put up. Like, nobody wants to be tied down. No one wants to be told what to do. Like, Chioma understands what she wants in this relationship. She's not even asking for much. Paul he's probably doing every other thing right. But I think that the problem that they have in this relationship is like lack of understanding, not really communication, but understanding and perception. Also, the show has more episodes which I'm going to be reviewing on my channel, so hopefully we are going to see Paul from a different light, like from a whole different light, like less annoying and less domineering. How would you know when I post this on my channel? Please subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking on the subscribe button below. Also, don't forget to click on the notification icon so you will know when I post this video. I'm sure that you like my video, so please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share with your friends. Till I come your way next time,